So thank you so much, Greg, for you and your wife to be able to hop on at such a short notice. I know that y'all are still spending New Year's out there in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I hope that you're having a phenomenal time out there. So thank you so much for hopping on. But really quickly, because I don't want to keep you both here too long on the lines. Can you start off really quick by just telling us, first of all, how long has Instantly Ageless been around, and what really was the brainchild behind you and your wife creating this product?
Sure, Edric, and again, thanks for having us on the call. And we're out here in Vegas, celebrated the New Year's and celebrated a Dallas Cowboys victory today. So we're pretty excited. I know there's probably some Detroit Lion fans probably on the phone, since you have people all over the world in your group. So we're sorry about the loss to Detroit. They're a great team, but we're really happy about our Cowboys.
Got you covered, my friend. Don't rub it in too much, though, please.
Kelly and I launched Instantly Ageless a little over 6 years ago, simply with the idea that if you could get rid of people's lines, wrinkles, and puffy eyes, and you could do that in a matter of just a couple minutes, that it would be just an absolutely phenomenal product that could do great things. And so that was our mindset going into this. And so we launched it, and we really didn't know what we had on our hands at the very beginning. We quickly realized that women and men were absolutely falling in love with it. We did some trade shows.
Hey, Greg, you just went out, buddy.
Fun. Okay, can you hear? How am I
now?
There
you go. You're back now.
Okay.
You're back now.
Okay, I'm sorry. Anyway, so we quickly found out that people were just falling in love with the product because of the amazing results. And so we quickly went into a wholesale business type of mode with the limited distribution. And for the last 5-6 years, a lot of salons and spa doctors' offices and cosmetic surgeons, Botox doctors, dermatologists, estheticians, things like that. That's who we marketed to on a very limited basis. And but we always knew in the back of our mind that this product had the potential to be just the absolutely perfect product for the network marketing community because of the instant gratification effect of the product. So when we were introduced to Janess, and Janess was introduced to us, Kelly and I flew out to Orlando and Scott, and we did some demos right there in the conference room at Janess, and immediately they were blown away, and they said, we've got to have this product. So that's the short story about the last 6 years and where we're at. We're extremely excited with what's going on. We had no idea that Instantly Ageless was going to change. The product does exactly what it says it does. It works 99.9% of the time. Phenomenal changes. First put it on to where, not only does that make them look good, but, it makes people feel good, feel better about themselves. So, we're excited. We'll be happy to answer any questions you have. We can't believe the growth that's going on within your group and Janess as a whole, and 2015 is just going to be phenomenal.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, yeah, we do have a handful of questions that I want to ask you both while I have you on the line. First things first, why does Instantly Ageless work? Like, what is it exactly doing to someone's skin? There's a couple people that are asked, okay, what's in this ingredient that's actually doing, what's in the product that's actually making it do what it do?
Well, hello, Cedric. This is Kelly. I'm sorry I was
Hey,
a while
Kelly.
ago. My bad.
You're fine. Thank you so much.
Well, absolutely. Thank you for having us on here. It's an honor. Instantly Ageless works with 2 minerals. It's magnesium and sodium silicate. When those 2 ingredients are put together, it forms a cohesiveness, and it contracts the skin cells. It does not stretch your skin. It contracts the skin cells, so it minimizes pores, lines, wrinkles, scars, puffiness under the eyes. It even helps with some darkness under the eyes. There's also a peptide in it called argireline, and that is a clinically proven hexapeptide to help long-term. So not only are you going to have phenomenal results for 8 or 9 hours, the argireline helps long-term. And the product's mainly water, so it's very, very safe We don't test on animals. We don't use any animal products. It's basically 2 minerals, magnesium and sodium silicate, then a little bit of hexapeptide for long term. And you want me to go into a little bit of makeup, or would you like me to skip on? And
Please. Actually, you must work. Maybe you're a member of my Facebook group already or something, because that was the next question.
right.
Makeup,
Okay.
as far as liquid, what's the best as far as, liquid type makeup? I have a lot of women that are asking this question.
Awesome. Well, we can help you with that. And what you want to do first, though, on a clean face, you want to moisturize if you do. If guys or women do not moisturize, that's okay. But if you moisturize, eye cream, sunblock, serums, do all of that first. You want to wait a few minutes so that penetrates in the skin and your skin's not real damp. Then you want to take a very, very small amount of Instantly Ageless, spread it extremely thin as you can get it, but you want to leave it damp. This product works as it dries. So if you rub it all the way in, you're doing what it needs to do. So thin layer, leave it damp is the main 2 things I could tell you. If you use powders, blush, you want to do all that last. Powder needs to be the very last thing. Women that wear liquid, you can try it either way, but we have found that most of the time if you use a liquid makeup, you want to do that first, whether it's water-based, oil-based, do liquids first. But I would say play around with it, everybody, because everybody's a little different. But liquid a lot of times can go either way, better first. Powders, concealers definitely last.
Gotcha. Now, do we know of any I'm sorry, Greg.
Well, I was just going to just add one thing to what Kelly was saying is because we have literally done tens of thousands of demonstrations on women with makeup already on. I mean, they're set to go for the entire day. They're out and about, and we do put the Instantly Ageless on them on top of their makeup. You use a little bit less. You just tap it in real lightly, and you still get really, really, really awesome results, even over makeup. So, what I suggest to all the women that I talk to is, as Kelly said, experiment with it a little bit. You might find one way works better for you than somebody else does, but either way works great.
Gotcha. I have a feeling I know the answer to this question, but I don't like to leave any question out. Is it safe for people when they're pregnant?
It really is, totally is, because it's just a topical serum. It's not getting down into the subdermal layers of the skin. But the correct answer that we have to give, and I suggest everybody give, is the pregnant person should consult with their doctor first. And that's just, just to keep everybody safe and well. But it's totally safe for a pregnant woman to use it. We've never heard a doctor say no.
Gotcha, and I love the disclaimer, and I think you all should be using that disclaimer as well. Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about for people who have darker skin. People who might have darker skin. What is the best way to use the product? Because some of them it's showing a little chalky a little bit after it dries up. So what's the best application for people with darker skin?
Well, Kelly's the expert on that, so take it away, Kelly.
Well, thanks. With darker skin, what I suggest is when you squeeze out a little bit on your finger, just rub it together so you thin it out just a little bit. And you don't rub it till it's dry because, again, it needs to be very moist on the skin, and then it dries. But you just want to thin it out a little bit. Maybe try using a little bit less, but just thinning it out so that it kind of warms it up just a little bit, and then apply a little bit less. And 99% of the time, that will take care of that.
Awesome. Now, do you recommend when people have a little bit of chalkiness that shows up after it dries up, Kelly, that they have a little bit of lotion or a little bit of moisturizer that can help that go away as well?
They can try that. A lot of times, putting moisturizer on last will take a bit of the effect away. It will lessen it, but they can certainly try that. And if not, I would say start over, but they can certainly try that because this is a product that it just takes a little practice with. I know people that, especially women, will understand this. You go get a brand new hairdo out there, and you cannot go home and duplicate what your hairdresser did the first time. You have to learn. And this is a learning curve, too, because this is a new product a lot of people may or probably haven't tried before. So I recommend practice a little bit, but certainly try that.
And what I would add to that is with the dark.
You're out. You're not working.
Oh, I'm sorry. How about now? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you now.
Now we can. You're out again. Here, come use my phone.
Okay, I'm sorry. Can you hear me, Cedric?
Yeah, we got you loud and clear.
Okay, what I tell people with the dark skin, I tell everybody this anyway, light skin or dark skin, is if you use a ridiculously small amount of Instantly Ageless, I mean, you can simply take the smallest amount and just dampen the area, dampen the skin where you want to see the results, and try it with such a small amount. You don't even think it would work. And when you do that, you're still going to get just as good results. I mean, I challenge anybody. And we've done thousands and thousands of demonstrations on all types of dark skin, from the darkest of dark to the lightest dark. But we get good results on almost all of them. Is there occasionally that one person that you put it on that, gosh, you just can't seem to get the results? Yes. That's why I tell people, Instantly Ageless works on about 99% of everybody. But there's sometimes that one person that, something about their skin just doesn't allow it to work right. But that's very, very rare.
Gotcha. Can you tell everybody the importance of having this product at room temperature and not having it like in the trunk of a car in Florida or sticking it in a refrigerator trying to freeze it and preserving it?
Yeah. All it needs to do is be at room temperature. Do not refrigerate it. Don't let it freeze because it is, as Kelly said, it's 92% water. So you don't want it to get extremely cold or frozen. And also the same on the other end. You don't want it to get super hot. Don't leave it in a car, in the console, or anything like that. Heat is a little bit better with it than cold. I think I'd worry more about it getting in a freezing temperature than I would in the heat. But don't refrigerate it. Just try to keep it at room temperature, normal temperatures, and you'll be fine.
Awesome. Now, you and Kelly have had this product for years. Have you had anybody come with any long-term effects with anything? Have you heard of any long-term effects?
Are you talking about positive or negative?
Well, I know the positive effects are that they look younger and they're sexy and they get more dates and they feel so much better about themselves. But have you come across any long-term effects that were negative? I mean, I'm just going through the questions that I had here. I want to make sure that everybody is comfortable.
That is a great question. We get it asked all the time, and the answer is, yeah, there's people out there who could be allergic to any product that they put on their skin. Those people who are more sensitive, they might be the ones that were allergic to it. But it's very rare with Instantly Ageless because it's such a simple formulation. I would say somewhere between 1 in 5,000 to 1, even up to 10,000 people might have an allergic reaction. And that would just cause their skin to get a little red and irritated. They just need to wash it off, and everything will be fine.
Gotcha. Awesome.
Okay.
All righty, and that answers that. Let's see here. Results, white residue, that takes care of that.
We get all kinds of questions. I mean, I had a question today. Somebody asked us, does it have any any dairy products in it? And I'm like, what? Seriously? But the answer is no, it doesn't, And what we tell everybody is the ingredients are right there on the box. There's nothing else. So when you see, the list there of the, I don't know, what is it, 6 or 7 ingredients, that's it. So you can feel confident when you answer somebody's question is, here's the ingredients and there's nothing else in there.
Gotcha. I've learned a long time ago that majority of people that want to know ingredients, some of them are action takers and some of them are not. A lot of them are just people that just want to nitpick some things. And I think a lot of people really need to understand that, it's kind of like when we were selling weight loss. All the people who wanted to ask me what was in the shake were always overweight. And I say, well, it's the same thing that was in the Kentucky Fried Chicken that you ate. At the end of the day, some people get it and some people don't. So I think that we all need to be conscious, of who's out there and who are we actually dealing with.
Well, let me tell you this too. As I said, our first distribution with this was mainly to the medical community. So when you have cosmetic surgeons that are using it and selling it to their patients and their clients, and you have medical estheticians, and you have dermatologists, and you have Botox doctors, I mean, don't you think that most of them are not going to encourage people to use a product or even sell a product if it's not going to be safe for their patients and their clients and their customers? So I think that lends a lot of credibility to how safe the Instantly Ageless formula is.
Awesome. Gluten-free. Someone just texted me that. Is the product gluten-free? That's typically a question
there you go.
Shake or something. I never heard that one.
One of those questions.
Gluten-free.
But it
is. Is it gluten-free?
Gluten-free, yeah. You know.
It's not tested on animals. It's made in the USA.
Made in the USA, not tested on animals, and gluten-free. Is it safe for children? Is it safe for children with bags under their eyes? That's another question I got here.
Absolutely.
No age limit. 2 to 102.
I think, aren't you the one who said if they have skin, they're a customer?
That's right. If they got a face, we're in business. We are in business if they've got a face. So exactly. one of my top Canadian reps just sent me a great question. She wanted me to ask about, I don't even know how to pronounce this, Argireline. Argireline?
That's the Argireline. That's the hexapeptide
Argireline.
that Kelly was talking about.
Okay, is that safe? You said there's mixed reviews on it. So is it safe? There's mixed reviews on it, I guess I'm hearing.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's the beauty of Google. You can go any ingredient. You can find lots of positives and lots of negatives. You know, Dr. Oz, most people know who Dr. Oz is. He calls it the Botox cream. And he did a big part of one of his shows just about Argireline. So he raves about it. But Argireline is clinically proven. I mean, it's clinical tests, clinical results, that it diminishes lines and wrinkles over time. So, and there's a very small amount of that in our product, just the right amount. And, you know, as I said, it's a topical serum. It's not getting into the subdermal layers or into the bloodstream of the person that's wearing it. So it can't harm you that way.
Gotcha. Awesome. Now, any feedback on Red 40 at all, Greg and Kelly? I don't know too much about Red 40, but I've had a couple people that asked me about it. I mean, what's the deal with Red 40?
Yeah, it's just the colors in general, you know, and those things are they're the most common ingredients for coloring in cosmetics, anti-aging serums, and even in a lot of the foods that you eat and drink and ingest. And, you know, you're not ingesting Instantly Ageless. At least we don't encourage people to use it as a sauce on their cheeseburger or anything. I wouldn't put it past some distributors, though. But, you know, those dyes are in it for, you know, to give it the color, obviously. And it's because ours is a topical serum that it's really not something that people need to spend a lot of time worrying about. Now, if it's something that's getting down, again, into the subdermal layers of the skin, into the bloodstream, you know, then there's people out there who are saying that there can be some negative impact from some of those colors and dyes. There's also thousands and tens of thousands of people that will tell you there's no issue with them at all. They've been used for hundreds of years in all kinds of cosmetic products. I mean, you talk about makeup and lipsticks and things like that. You talk about color. Now, I mean, people aren't going to stop using those, even if they were dangerous. But there's not enough in the product. It's not getting into the subdermal layers of the skin, not into the bloodstream. It's really not an issue.
Gotcha. Last quick question. Formula change. Did you guys go through an enhancement of the formula over the past year, 2 years, or some sort of formula change at all?
Yeah, you know, I mean, there's just been some minor tweaks. I mean, the main change that we made was adding the Argireline to it, the peptide, because, you know, and we wanted to make it a bit creamier, so, you know, it had a little bit better texture. But, you know, the product worked great before, but it didn't have the long-term positive impact on the skin that we wanted. So what we did was we did some tests, we did some research, we found out what was the hottest, best peptide on the market, and we found Argireline, and so we added that to the formulation a couple of years ago, and now people who have been using the product over and over and over again, almost all of them report back to us that their skin is getting better than it was, a year ago or 2 years ago. So
And it puts us apart from some.
Hey, Kelly, you're breaking up on us, Kelly. Can you say that again, Kelly?
yeah, she's on the other phone that's not getting as good a signal. She said that kind of having the argireline in there sets us apart from any competition, too. It really differentiates us in the marketplace.
Awesome. Perfect. Well, from the looks of the questions that I have inside of the group, I think that you guys answered all of the questions that I have here. There's a couple of them that I already know the answers to, so I'm not going to keep you here all night long. Just really quickly, is there anything else that either one of you can add when it comes down to Instantly Ageless to just give, especially the new folks that are listening, any extra bullet or anything?
Well, I'm hearing it over and over and over again, and I know your team is doing this because of the system you've put in place, but this product sells itself. There's two ways that you can get this product out there with great success. The number one way is just simply do a demonstration. When Kelly and I have done demonstrations in the past, 9 out of 10 people that we do a demonstration on love the product, buy the product, and the 10th person who didn't, I think they just, for some reason, maybe they couldn't afford the product. I don't know. But I would say do demonstrations. The other thing is use the before and after pictures. There's incredible before and after pictures. There's incredible videos floating around out there. And those people who are doing that, they're selling so much product. They're bringing in so many new distributors. And it's probably, I think you'd probably agree, this is the simplest thing you could possibly be involved in that can create an incredible income for you. And that's what Kelly and I are so excited about, is that our product is having such a big impact on people's lives. Not only, the way they look and feel, but on their financial future. People are going through their ranks in Jeunesse at Mach speed. And Jeunesse has such incredible products. I love their stem cell product. I love their cleanser. I use it every single day. And with their products and the instant gratification that Instantly Ageless offers, I truly feel that this is just an unbelievable time in network marketing history to have this combination of products and technology. So I hope
Absolutely. It did, Greg, and we got to get together so we can get a patent on that new chain that we want to put together with the Instantly Ageless tubes on it. We got to get a patent on that. So listen, thank you.
I think we could sell millions of them.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for you and your wife hopping on the line at such short notice. I know you both you're ready to go to dinner, and you hopped on the conference call bridge with, hundreds of people right before dinner. So we really, really, truly appreciate that, and thank you for all the support that you've been giving us through Facebook, and, you and I chat quite a bit, through inbox messaging. So thank you so much, my friend, and to you and your wife as well. We appreciate you. We really appreciate you.
You're welcome, Cedric. And one more quick thing. Wanted to let you know, y'all were talking about how to build this business. The little vials, those are fabulous. We didn't have those until a little over a year ago, and those are so easy to sample. Give out to your friends. Give out dozens, hundreds, because you know what? That's what's going to build your business, too. It's the easiest sampling product you can imagine. And I do want to say one quick thing on that. Just remember, when you twist off that top, flip that little lid over and refill that vial. And you can use that vial 2 to 4 times, because if they leave that lid off, if they don't flip that little lid over, because we've had a lot of people do that, throw it away, then you're going to waste the rest of it. But you have 24 more, which is good. But be sure and give them the directions, because they will think that that vial is only good for one usage, and you can get 2 to 4 uses out of that.
Gotcha. So you said when they take that cap off, to make sure that they turn that cap over when they're refilling it back.
Exactly. And that's on the box, but 90% of people don't read the box, including myself.
This is true. Kelly, really quickly, I've got Crystal that just sent me a quick message that says, can I ask if it cracks or flakes off later on in the day? So after the 6 to 8 hours it wears off, is it going to crack or flake on her?
It should not. Unless somebody has extremely, extremely dry skin and they did not moisturize, no. We have people that wear it, they put it on in the morning, They come home at night and it's still working. We say 8 to 9 hours, but we have people that it works 10 and 12. But it should not crack during the day. That's an application issue.
Absolutely. In most cases, I found out that there are application issues, whether we're putting on too much or putting on too less or whatever the case may be. So, awesome.
Well, most all of us think if a little's good, a lot's better. Well, this is the opposite. Less is best.
Less is best. So everybody heard it directly from the sources. Less is best. Less is best. Kelly, thanks so much again for you and your husband hopping off. Have a nice ribeye for me tonight.